Have you ever found yourself lost in thoughts about how to win over the heart of someone you deeply admire? If so, you're not alone. Many of us have experienced the longing to capture the affection of that special someone. But here's the reassuring truth: you don't need to search far and wide for the magic formula, because your guardian angels are here to remind you that you are already everything that person has ever needed. In a world where we often feel pressured to conform to certain standards to be considered lovable, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that we must mold ourselves into someone else's ideal to be deemed worthy of love. But the reality is quite different. You are inherently worthy of love just as you are. Consider for a moment the standards by which we often measure our worthiness of love. These standards, often set by societal norms and perpetuated by the media, can lead us to doubt ourselves and question our own value. Yet your guardian angels are urging you to recognize that your worthiness of love transcends these superficial measures. You possess a unique combination of qualities and strengths that make you irreplaceable to the one you long for. Take a moment to reflect on these qualities. What is it about you that makes you truly special and authentic? Embrace the truth that you are already enough, just as you are. Your guardian angels affirm that you possess everything necessary to be deeply loved and cherished. The only thing left is to summon the courage to reveal your true self and embrace vulnerability. Authentic connections are built on honesty and vulnerability, not on striving to meet unattainable standards set by society. Your value isn't determined by external validation or by meeting arbitrary expectations. Your guardian angels want you to understand that you're deserving of love simply by virtue of being yourself. You are already enough to be deeply loved and valued. However, sometimes fear holds us back from fully embracing our true selves. It's understandable to feel hesitant about showing our vulnerabilities, but it's essential if we truly want to connect with others on a deeper level. Often, people who yearn for love find themselves grappling with feelings of inadequacy. This sentiment is rooted in the misconception that we must change ourselves to be worthy of love. But everyone deserves to be cherished for who they are, flaws and all. Perhaps you feel pressure to maintain a facade of perfection, hiding your vulnerabilities and quirks out of fear of rejection. Yet, it's precisely these unique traits that make you truly lovable and attractive to others, especially to that special someone you've been thinking about. Instead of hiding behind a mask of perfection, consider the freedom and authenticity that come with embracing your true self. Vulnerability is not a flaw to be hidden, but a strength to be celebrated. It allows for genuine connections to flourish and for love to truly blossom. Your guardian angels want you to understand that vulnerability is not a weakness, but rather one of your greatest strengths. Opening yourself up to another person, flaws and all, requires courage and resilience. It means letting go of the need for perfection and embracing your imperfections as part of what makes you human. Being vulnerable invites others to see who you truly are and forms bonds based on honesty and trust. So what if vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather a pathway to deeper connections and more meaningful relationships? Embracing vulnerability is the key to unlocking the love you've been searching for. Showing your true self to others takes a great deal of bravery. It's about being vulnerable, which means being open and honest without worrying about what others might think. Your guardian angels want you to understand that vulnerability isn't about seeking approval or validation from others. Instead, it's about honoring your authenticity and embracing your truth. Think back to a time when you allowed yourself to be vulnerable with someone. Maybe you shared your deepest thoughts or feelings without fearing judgment or rejection. How did it feel to show your true self? Perhaps it was scary at first, but in the end, it likely felt freeing and empowering. Vulnerability is like the cornerstone of intimacy and connection. It's what allows deeper emotional bonds to form between people. When you're willing to be vulnerable, you're giving yourself permission to be seen, heard, and loved for who you truly are. It's a gift that not only enriches your relationships but also fosters personal growth and self-discovery. Instead of viewing vulnerability as a weakness, try to see it as a superpower. It's what empowers you to forge meaningful connections and cultivate genuine love. Embracing your vulnerability is a strength because it's a vital component of authentic relationships. Your guardian angels are here to remind you that true love begins when you bravely show up as your authentic self, vulnerabilities and all. They also invite you to embrace your true self, recognizing that you are an amazing person in your own right. Being authentic in your relationships is not just liberating for yourself, but also for your partner. It gives them permission to do the same, creating a space where love can flourish organically. Authenticity breeds authenticity, after all. Think about the most meaningful connections you've had in your life. Were they built on pretense and facade, or were they grounded in honesty and authenticity? Chances are, yes, it's definitely the latter. When you think about the most meaningful connections you've had in your life, chances are they were built on honesty and authenticity, not on pretending to be someone you're not. Authenticity plays a crucial role in fostering deep bonds and mutual understanding between individuals. Imagine a scenario where you show up as your true self without any masks or pretenses. By doing so, you create a space where others feel comfortable doing the same. This environment of openness and authenticity breeds trust and mutual respect, allowing both partners to flourish and grow together. So don't underestimate the power of being genuine in your relationships. Embracing your true self and being willing to be vulnerable is the first step towards finding love. Take some time to reflect on what actions you can take today to embrace your authenticity and vulnerability. It could be as simple as having an honest conversation with someone you care about or being more open about a part of yourself you've been hesitant to share. Remember, true love begins when you have the courage to show up as your authentic self. Trust in yourself and your worthiness of love, and know that your journey towards finding love is within reach. Is there a conversation you've been avoiding out of fear of rejection? Or perhaps there's a part of yourself you've been hesitant to share with others. Your journey toward love begins with small, courageous steps toward authenticity. Trust in yourself and your worthiness of love. Remember that your guardian angels are cheering you on every step of the way. The love you seek is not out of reach, it's waiting for you to embrace it with open arms. Let's end with a prayer, Lord. Grant them the strength to recognize their inherent worthiness of love independent of societal standards. Help them understand that their authenticity and vulnerabilities are what make them truly lovable. May they find the courage to reveal their true selves, knowing that genuine connections are built on authenticity. Amen. Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. You are already worthy of love just as you are. Trust in your worth and know that the love you seek is within reach. If you resonate with this message, type 777 to claim it.